Hey Saggy, Ali from Indigo Ascension. I'm going to do your weekly quick read for October the 18th, week beginning October the 18th. Now, last week I mentioned Scorpio is, Mercury is retrograding in Scorpio along with that super new moon in Libra. Powerful week. It was also a very complicated and complex energy, so I want to talk further on that this week. With Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio, we're going to notice that our emotions sort of get to the depths and the shadows. As you know, across society, we sort of haven't been encouraged openly and readily to hold space for our emotions, perhaps in the most wholesome way. And in many ways, you know, we're taught to repress them, fear them, you know, and naturally from that misunderstanding can happen. We can avoid our emotions and at least not know how to best link them up to a wholesome perspective and view of self and circumstances past and prospective future. Now, working with the shadow of the archetype of Scorpio, whether we are Scorpio or not, it's a fixed sign. So going to the depths of our emotions and holding fast and remaining fixed and unmoving by the things that are influenced by our shadow, by the things that are influenced by our depths, that Plutonian nature, subconscious drives, it can get complicated. And when we couple that with Mars retrograding in Aries, it's almost like the devil on one shoulder, the devil on the other. We're very tempted in this energy to really react from ego space. There's a lot of ego fracturing in that sense. Mercury retrograding in Scorpio reveals truth, sometimes of a dark nature, of a sexual nature. Take it however it resonates. This is where truth revelations, karma is balancing. We're in the season of Libra, yes. And also with that super new moon in Libra, it does clash because Libra appreciates harmony and balance. Fairness can carry guilt in its shadow element, and it clashes also with Venus being in Virgo. Virgo in its shadow element likes things to be perfect. It is nitpicky in its shadow. It needs things to be just so before we consider things to be perfect. So when we look at everything that's on the table, naturally we can expect that that could sort of tempt us in many ways to experience shadow self in ourselves, and we can observe that in those around us. But forewarned is always forearmed. You have abundance, my friend. Maybe you're coming to a time now where things are really balancing for you, where you can actually see what abundance looks like. You've redefined what it means for yourself. You're feeling abundant about yourself and circumstances. Take it however it resonates. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. As much as I talk about oh, the honesty card is underneath the deck too, okay? Maybe you've been processing, maybe you got raw and real with yourself, okay? And you've really worked well with retrograde energy. You know, not everybody waits until the end of retrograde season to start working with the energy. Sometimes we start earlier, sometimes we know it's coming. Maybe you've been processing a lot of the shadow stuff, and that was my focus for this week's read, is because that is primarily what's predominant in the collective. Maybe you have gotten raw and real and honest and had those conversations with self, with others, with your circumstances. Take it however it resonates. You've gotten to a point now where you really are looking at abundance in a whole new way. Maybe you had to process forgiveness energy. Take it however it resonates, Saggy. Let's have a look and see what, yeah, wow, you guys are closing a massive chapter. Look at this. You are showing up in your highest element as the Queen of Wands, whether you are male or female, but you've closed a massive chapter. That's what I was feeling here, like this leveling up, so that you're getting to a place and space where abundance is redefined for you and you are experiencing it on genuine levels. You've closed massive karmic chapters here, okay? Maybe it obviously involves betrayal, being stabbed in the back. And when I look at those two, this could certainly be recent circumstances, but in retrograde season, we can also be processing the past in many different ways. There was an ending here where you had to process forgiveness. You had to get honest with yourself exactly about what needed to be experienced as the phoenix rising, okay? Massive chapters have closed. Karmic chapters have been balancing, so that you can arrive to where you are in the recent past as the Queen of Wands, feeling more confident about yourself, your place in life, the view you look at when you take a look back in the past, and obviously more importantly the perspectives moving forward. Your energy would be feeling very confident under this. You know, the Queen of Wands represents you guys, and Aries and Sagittarius, whether those placements are relevant to you or not. Aries retrograde has then obviously helped in many ways. Mars retrograding in Aries has been helpful to you guys in many ways for this metamorphosis, is what I do want to say. You have been able to get to a point where you are crystal clear in your mind. You've perhaps even created some sort of metamorphosis around a perception shift. Like when I see these two, this massive ending of a cycle where you were sort of just in your head to the point that your thoughts were unhealthy for you, thanks to that Nine of Swords energy showing up underneath the deck. Look at this, guys. There's a lot of heartbreak, trauma, betrayal here that was really affecting your mind, the beliefs you hold, or held, I should say. This feels like past energy, and by all means, I could certainly be connecting into Sagis that are processing this right now, and I'm going to encourage you to keep going. It might not feel like it, look like it, but you are moving towards abundance. You are moving through this Phoenix rising energy where you're going through an internal metamorphosis, really working with the sacral chakra and third eye chakra to process forgiveness, okay? Whether that was in an external connection, whether that's within self, take it however it resonates. You are clear, very clear about who you are and what you want to achieve moving forward. You could certainly be dealing with an air sign. There's a lot of air here thanks to the 10, the 9 and the 3 of Swords, whether that is a Libra, Gemini or an Aquarian, and certainly those zodiac seasons. So Aquarius starts at the end of January and goes through to the 3rd week of February. We've also got Libra, which is what we're in now, and Gemini, which is June, July. Maybe those key zodiac seasons were potent for you to actually, like, because it opposes you, you know, you guys, Gemini is your opposite. I think even June was enough for you, is what I just heard, during Gemini season. And Gemini is leading the North Node, okay? Gemini is your 7th house. 7th house rules partnerships. Many Sagittarians I'm connecting to are redefining, after getting honest with themselves, what love is in many ways. Like, I know there's a lot of air here, there's a lot of beliefs that needed to be transformed. You really are moving in to more calmer waters, more peaceful waters. You're moving away from turbulent times, and more importantly, the turbulence that you experience within the mind body, okay? Your thoughts and beliefs, your perceptions, and how they ultimately were polluting any opportunity of experience genuine, authentic abundance. All right, Sagi, powerful, holy dooly, that's amazing. My only suggestion is to work with earthing, work with grounding, anything that is practical, little to-do lists, getting out in nature, really being present in your here and now. How can you make the most of this day is the best way forward, because that's the only element that's missing here. You've got, oh, you don't have water either, so I think you guys did do a lot of processing of the emotional body, is what I was feeling earlier. Okay, my love, quick reads aren't very quick these days. Hope you got something out of that. That was your general read for the week beginning 18th. If you wanted a personal one, please go ahead and look at the link in the bio where you'll be led to the Indigo Ascension shop, where you can book a personal reading online. Okay, have a beautiful week. Until next time, thank you.